Alrighty guys, I'm here with Ken Patterson. Ken, say hello.
Hey guys.
He just got here. Like I said a while ago, we have had some interesting things happen here at Chinnabee Lake, and we're gonna check out the dam. We've actually seen a creature at the dam, and we're gonna walk along the trail, and we're gonna stop and also tell you what happened to us in the middle of the lake. We weren't in the middle of the lake, but we had something happen to us. But just kind of introduce yourself, Ken, and tell us a little bit about yourself. And
I'm Ken Patterson. I grew up in Jacksonville, so I was in the Scouts for most of my life, and I grew up hiking and camping all the way from Piedmont all the way up to the other side of Chinnabee here. And met Jonathan, started getting into the Bigfoot investigation part of it. Always been interested in it, and finally decided to get out and take a look around, and definitely found a lot more than what I bargained for. And we've had some very interesting experiences, which we'll go over here in just a little bit.
Cool. Yeah, Ken's the one that originally told me, hey, you kind of need to start bringing somebody with me. And then after the last one with all the growls, I was like, yeah, you're right. All right, so we're going to get on the trail. We'll see you there. All right, we're further down the trail, guys, and I'm here with Ken. And if you look right out there in the middle of the lake, you see how far this. Ken, tell them what happened to me and you. We were up here. And I was filming that day and had just cut the camera off. I mean, 5 seconds later. So tell us what, Ken.
Well, it was the first day that me and Jonathan got together and decided to come out here and take a look around. He'd been out here before by himself, and I'd been out here previously by myself as well, and we'd found footprints just on up further into the creek area. And we were standing here discussing things, and a very loud splash. So we both turned around and looked, and right out here, I mean, just a big loud poof. We turn around and we see the water about that far up off the lake. And it wasn't a fish. When fish jump out of the water and land, you get a slapping effect. This was a good, solid ka-thump. So it's definitely a very large rock. While we didn't get a chance to see what it was, later on, as we got around behind the spillway, we got a glimpse of him because he decided to follow us down on the other side.
Yeah, and I've got some good footage of it because we couldn't get across to it had just rained that day, and that thing was hauling up that hill. And me and Ken figures that if you, right here my finger is, this ridge coming down, that he stays pretty much in that area all the time. Of course, he gets over here in the backside where we filmed with Mr. Jones, but that was kind of a wild experience right there.
But on this side of the ridge, it gives him a vantage point so he can see who's coming into the area.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to highlight right over here at the dam and try to get across over there. We'll probably get a little wet today. All right, guys, we're crossing the creek. Up there is where I filmed Mr. Jones, and a lot of his family has had a lot of their encounters. And this is going toward the lake. And me and Ken had a crazy encounter right here. It wasn't really an encounter. And tell us what happened, Ken, about this one. What happened on that rock right there?
Well, we cross here, being part of the old trail, and the easiest way to get back to the spillway. And as we walk through, you got this big boulder right here, and like it is right now, it was clean. There's nothing sitting on it. We come back through almost an hour later, and there were two very well placed stones sitting in order on top of the rock. And considering this day, we were the only ones out at Chinnabee.
Oh yeah.
You tell me.
Yeah, because I remember it was odd because we come through, and I actually crossed down there on that tree, and Ken come through here, and that's the same. We kept hearing something in the woods over behind us too, and it was crazy come through. And I think you still got probably a picture of that, don't you?
Yes, I do.
If he sends me a picture, I'm gonna put it in here, and you can see it was It was definitely one of them ones like, well, was somebody stalking us? Now, Ken, you were looking at something up here. Did you see a footprint?
Possible. When you're looking for footprints, especially in the woods, sometimes it can be very difficult. What I was looking at here is the width of whatever this is and the shape, but unfortunately it's not a complete print, so this would be something I would discount by virtue of there's just not enough there to let me know that this is an actual footprint and not where somebody's come through and moved a rock.
Alrighty, cool. I'll tell you what, guys. I was talking to Ken there with the camera.
Do you keep hearing a ka-thump?
I do, and I thought I heard a whoop a while ago too. Look at this. In that section right there. I'll show you. Come over here, come here. I'll show you. Right there, I saw movement.
Well,
it may be the same one the last time that was kind of around us.
The difference between this time and last time is last time we were up here, it wasn't springtime yet and the foliage hadn't come in, so you could literally see way back into the background back in there. Now here's where the fun part comes in. Now that the foliage has come in, you could walk within 20 feet of one and never know it was there.
Yeah.
These things are masters of disguise.
I mean, I think that's what happened too with me the other day, as I was pretty close to several. All right, guys, we're at the dam, and last time we told you about the rock being thrown at us right over there. This is the Chinnabee Dam right here, and we couldn't ever get on the other side to see. Now, further down, right down this trail right here, there's a flat place right over here. And that's where we saw the creature, saw him in the flat place, and he went right up the hill. And we're going to cross and see if we can see any sign. That day we never could because the water was really high. We couldn't ever get across. But we're going to, what's your impressions of that day, Ken?
Well, he knew we couldn't get across unless we wanted to go swimming. The water was high. But at the same time, he didn't want to be caught on film because as soon as Jonathan spotted him, he hollered for me and pointed right to where he was at. And then we started seeing, because it's so far up the hill, we started seeing the trees get a little shimmy here, another little shimmy over here, another little shimmy over here. So I ran back up this direction, and I'm actually getting low on the ground, trying to see around the trees, and all I saw was the rear end about that big around disappearing around the corner where we couldn't see him anymore. So I guess camping safety 101. If you don't want to squat visiting your camp, get a camera out.
Exactly. Alright, we're getting cross right over here. I'm going to take you with you while we cross. Hopefully y'all won't see us splash down. Let me see here. Dang, it looks snaky. Ah. Come on, Ken. Don't leave me alone. I said, come on, Ken. Don't leave me alone. I know you know. Yeah, I pick at Ken a lot. Let me see here. All right, snakes, if you're here, leave. Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that a while ago. What do you think about it over there?
Well, honestly, I don't know. This is gonna be fun either way you go about it. Yeah, just don't bust your butt.
You like that? Alrighty. Here's the dam once again. Guess we'll try to go over there. Still, be careful, bro.
I'm gonna get some steady now, so it doesn't hit away.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, it's not a problem. This is how we get across. Here, I'll hold your camera. You climb up. Got it. I do not want to see a busted camera.
No.
This does not bode well for any of us.
The things we do for you guys to get film.
We need to do it behind the scenes.
Yes, we do. That's the truth. Especially for y'all, you armchair adventurers, always have to criticize. I love you guys. Not really. Maybe a bit better to go up. What do you think, Ken?
Probably.
No, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, golly, something's kind of been up here before because there's a road up here. It's part of the trail, I guess. All right, guys, I caught some movement right there. And that, look at this, Ken. Ken, come on, look at this.
Yeah.
That sure looks like something standing there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Shoot. Sorry about the shakiness of the camera, guys. I mean, I'll get my zoom on.
You zoom in and shake it again.
Let me put my... Hold on, guys. Just have patience with me. I don't see it anymore. Damn. I don't see it anymore. Damn it.
It's not there.
No, it's not there. All right, guys. This is the same side last time, like Ken told you a while ago. It hauled butt up the hill. Something was standing there.
Yeah, he wants to play peekaboo.
All right, guys. This is where we before, me and Ken. Actually, we were on the other side. We heard a growl or something. We heard something. I don't know what it was. And we saw it right over here. It was up in the woods, and I'm just to get footage of it up here. And once we saw it in the woods, like Ken said, it took off. Boom, 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 boom. And then when we were coming up here just now, me and you guys and Ken, you seen I zoomed in over there, and it was a black shape. like that. No, it's not there. Chinnabee Lake is active. Like what anybody says, it's very active. Now, you're going to see a video too. I may put it in front of this, or it may be separate, where the stick hit my truck. Now, I was that way, going on 636. I think it's the Forest Service Road up there that happened. So something is definitely up here. We're going to try to go up in there. We're just going to be really careful because it looks like two. Didn't we see a cave or something? Or a big opening over here on the right?
Big rock crop somewhere.
I'm going to turn off the camera so I can focus on the ground. One.
Alright, here's another weird something we've been finding in the woods. And if somebody has an alternate explanation, please leave a comment so we'll know. But on more than one location, we found the bark has just been stripped going up a tree unbelievably high.
Yeah, let me focus in on it. Hold on a second. Go ahead, keep talking.
Now, this is not a beaver, and it's not a porcupine. So somebody tell me what it is, because I honestly don't know. Could it be a Bigfoot related incident? Possibly. This is one of those segments where we say we don't know. So if somebody has a reasonable explanation, please leave a comment, because this is how we learn. I grew up in the woods, and I've not seen a lot of this before in my life.
Yeah, that's definitely. I want to. Wow. All right, guys. We're out here where we seen him going up the hill. Right through here, and I'll show you. Let me just do a slow pan. You see, it was winter time when we were up here, and you could see all of this. The amazing thing about it is he hauled butt up that hill like it was nothing. Oh yeah. And man, I tell you what, I'm beat. I don't know if it's the heat or what.
Or the 2 mile walk.
Yeah, or the 2 mile walk. But I just wanted to come out here and show you this stuff. Show you where this happened with me and Ken. And like I said, I'm highlighting a lot of independent researchers, but good researchers. We're all learning. Alrighty, guys. I guess this is the end. It's starting to thunder and rain, and me and Ken's fixing to haul ass out of here. I think we probably got about a mile or two to go. But thank you, Ken, once again for being my backup. And I'll see you guys soon.